Hello, teacher. Hello, everyone. My name is Samuel Torres. Today, I would like to present my homework about Nyms. But what Nyms are? Okay, Nyms study the relationship between words based on their meaning, their sound, or their origin. So it's very helpful in order to categorize words. Like the first Nym, Hyponyms, that actually its category says everything. For example, in nature, we have categories says all uh, fruits, trees, animals, and everything that borns already has their own category. So, like for example, we could see this in fruits, the orange, the strawberry, the banana. They are in the category size of fruits. The next name is synonym that practically are similar meanings in words. It helps us a lot in order to avoid repetition. If we want to sound a little more professional, for example, we need to use this. Are words that means the same but with different words. Like for example, big and huge. You could say a big screen or a huge screen. The context maybe could do more, but their function is almost the same. The homonyms are words that sound alike or are spelled alike, but have different meanings. Like for example, week of a debility and week of the 7 days of our calendar. So for recognize what kind of word we are listening, for example, we need to pay attention to the context because this is all what changed because sounds very similar. The next is the antonyms, and well, words that are opposite or things that already are opposite, the true, the false, the less, more. But I think that this is good in literature or every bunch of that because we could do these interesting things like less is more, for example. It is very useful to know the antonyms of every word in order to expand our vocabulary, for example. The eponyms are words that come from names or of people or places. Uh, these words practically tell us histories. We have this huge example, the hamburger that comes from Hamburg, Germany. They preserve historical or cultural references. So that words are the history in letters. Studying names helps us as learners, as well as expanding our vocabulary, improve the communication, understand word relationships, and well, developing better reading and writing skills. This is very useful for us because it's a it's a good way in order to study words, in order to study a lot of things. Our vocabulary could uh, improve a lot if we have in consideration this also as teachers, because we could use this in order to expand the vocabulary of our students in a more creative way, because doing these categorizes, these relationships could be much fun, for example. This was all for me, and thank you so much for your attention.